Happy Monday. Coming off a 4-0 weekend. We got a 6-game slate in the NBA. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven. Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend out there. We're ready to get back to the grind. It's Super Bowl week. That means we will have a Super Bowl preview and best bets. And I got some trends also for that game, the teams, the Super Bowl trends. It's going to be a lot of detail and a lot of fun. That will be coming out later this week, so stay tuned for that. Also, doing a special collab video with some other people for the Super Bowl Monday evening. I don't know when it'll come out exactly, Monday night, Tuesday morning. So stay tuned for that. That'll be a lot of fun, and we break down the game there as well. So, like we mentioned before, we had a great week last week, 4-0 weekend. Yes, we lost the parlay. I'm just counting the best bets, not the plus 300 parlays or anything like that. But 4-0 weekend is awesome. We took Sunday off, thank goodness, because it looked like it just was a little crazy out there. But we're now on a 17-7 run as we get closer and closer to the All-Star break. You gotta love it. We gotta keep grinding though, because NBA can humble you quickly. So we keep grinding. Before we get into anything, we got two new Jabo MVPs. Let's check them out. There they are. Welcome to the club at Daewoo Kim HX1HD. Maybe relation to Siwoo Kim, the professional golfer. We'll never know. And then at Phil T6843, thank you to you two for signing up to be a Jabo MVP and supporting this channel. We really appreciate it. If you want to become a Jabo MVP, it's only $2.99 a month. It really helps support everything we do. If we bring you entertainment value, support, or help with your bets, we got new badges, new emojis, and we will have actually new emojis coming out pretty soon. And prioritize replies and things like that. But thank you guys for all the support. We deeply, deeply appreciate it. So, all right, we got some dad jokes before we get into the video. Here we go. I got two of them. The first one. Here we go. Why did the coffee go to the police? To report a mugging. Not bad. Here we go. Hopefully, you guys know this one. Why is Peter Pan always flying? Because he never lands. Huh? Think about it. Neverland. Okay. Anyways, those are the only two dumb dad jokes I got for you today. Leave a comment if you got some good dad jokes. Maybe we'll call them out in the next video. So, and in this video, we're going to recap that beautiful weekend we had. And then it's point guard day. We're going to talk defenses that give up the most points, the most rebounds, and the most assists versus the point guard position. We do a new position every single day of the week. And then we're going to give you our best bets. It's a 6-game slate and it's ugly. I mean, we got injuries everywhere, sicknesses, back to backs. It's just all over the place. But you know what? We'll dig through and hopefully find some winners. And then we'll finish it with the bets recap. So hit that like button as you guys always do and leave a comment if you have any time at all. Help that algorithm, help this channel grow. We really appreciate it. Hit subscribe if you are new to the channel. And if you are new, welcome to the Jabo community. This is an awesome, positive community. But we're chasing our first 21,000 subscribers. I'm ready to get into it. Let's talk some basketball, and it starts with the recap. All right, Friday was a nice 3-0 day on the best bets, including Franz Wagner over 3.5 assists at minus 120. Gets the job done again. Good thing we didn't bet it on Sunday because he did not get the job done. I think he ended with like 2 assists. But that was a winner. Jonathan Kuminga, 18 plus points, Warriors money line, gave it out the night before. And then finally, the next morning, the odds came out. It was at minus 110, and that was a nice little winner. And then the teaser, Clippers -7. They were down early, but never a doubt. They win by like 11, I think. And Magic plus 11.5. How about an outright win in that one against the Timberwolves for a plus 100 winner? And then, of course, we lost the plus 305 parlay. I think we hit one of three legs. It was absolutely atrocious. Kawhi Leonard under 28.5 points. He scored 33, I think, or 32, but he cashed out pretty early if you had the over, not the under. And then Saturday, I only gave out one bet. I was busy with the family all weekend, and you know what? It worked out okay because our boy Dante DiVincenzo of the Knicks over 20.5 points. He was awesome. I don't even remember. It's 26 points, 27, 28. The guy is not afraid to shoot. He hits a lot of threes, plays a lot of minutes. He is the man. So we cashed the over 20.5 pretty easily. And there it is, 17-7 in the last 24. We are now up to over 14.14 units. I love to see that. I want to see that say plus 20 though very soon. So hopefully we can get to 20 before the All-Star break. That is the goal. But there's the breakdown of all the bets and everything, player props, game bets, things like that. That's what we got. That's the weekend recap. So before we get into our best bets for the day, let's talk some point guards. All right, there they are. The 10 defenses giving up the most points per game to the point guard position in the last 15 days. The Pelicans up there at 28.76, and the Pistons right behind them at 28.67. Only two matchups on this screen for the day. Obviously, we only have 6 games, but the Nets are playing Steph Curry over there. Curry averaging 36.8 points per game. It helps when you have a 60-point game like he just had. That was unbelievable. Then we got the Dallas Mavericks down there facing the Philadelphia 76ers, Tyrese Maxey, who just killed our Jazz last week. But he had a 60, no, he had a 50, 51 points or something. That also helps the average, but no Joel Embiid still. Other than that, on the right side of the point guards averaging the most points per game in the last 15 days. There are no surprises. Donovan Mitchell there at number 7 with Darius Garland coming back, even though he's on a minutes restriction. He's kind of going back and forth between point guard and shooting guard, but he's been playing point guard a lot, so we put him there. But other than that, that's the points per game in the last 15 days. Let's check out the rebounds now. And how about that? I know we could color code the left and the right to make it easier, but I'm just having fun with the arrows now at this point. So we got the Kings playing the Donovan Mitchell led Cleveland Cavaliers, as we already talked about. 5.7 rebounds per game. Kings giving up 6.78. And then we got the Nets hosting Steph Curry again, 5.3 rebounds. No idea how he gets over 5 rebounds a game in general. I know it's common for him, but that's just crazy. And then we got the Atlanta Hawks playing Russell Westbrook, the backup point guard for the Clippers, averaging 4.9 rebounds per game, facing the Hawks giving up 6.48. And the last one is number 1, Luka up there facing the Philadelphia 76ers. Luka getting 10.7 rebounds per game. Sixers giving up over 6 rebounds per game. So those are the rebound stats to the point guard position. Take a screenshot. Let's go check out the assists now. And looky, looky, we have a triple crown winner. Luka, the man Luka, not the sea monster, Luka Doncic. We have 12 assists per game, leads points, rebounds, and assists. Only matchup we have on this page is the New Orleans Pelicans giving up 9.16 assists per game to the point guard, facing Emmanuel Quickly of the Raptors, who is getting 8 assists per game. You see Sexton up there at 7.7. Tyus Jones, Trey Jones, sorry, wrong Jones. Well, they're both up there. Trey Jones is number 9, 7.9 a game. And then Tyus Jones up there at number 5 for the Washington Wizards at 9.1. LaMelo Ball is questionable. He's kind of been hit and miss with injuries, but he is questionable, so check that out whenever he does play. But 9.3 assists per game. So that's the point guard position. The points, the rebounds, and the assists given up to them in the last 15 days. All right, let's get into it. It's time to talk some best bets. All right, this first game takes us out to Brooklyn. We got the Nets hosting the Golden State Warriors. Nets minus 1.5. Total in this game, 236.5. Against the spread numbers, Warriors 22, 23, and 1 this year, 12 and 8 ATS on the road. Nets 23, 23 and 2 ATS, and 14, 9 and 2 at home. Over under, Warriors one of the better over teams in the NBA, 28 and 18 to the over. Nets 24, 23 and 1 to the over. My best bet in this game, guys, it's a game bet. We're not doing player prop. Give me the over 236.5 at minus 110 on every sports book, I think. This matchup has the potential for a ton of points. Now let's talk the 3-point line first. On offense, Warriors third in the league with 37.8% of their points coming from the 3-point line. The Nets sixth in the league with 36.5% of their points coming from the 3-point line. That's great. That's a good matchup because both these teams are in the bottom half in regards to they allow a lot of 3-pointers to their opponents. So they don't play great D on the perimeter. Nets are also, in fact, bottom 5 in the league, giving up a 38.2% 3-point percentage to their opponents. So I mean, it's not pretty. Teams have shot well from the 3-point line. On top of that, the Warriors' defense has just not been good. Let's just face it. I almost went with the Nets team total in this game at over 117.5. I was very close to pulling the trigger. And one of the reasons the Warriors have given up 118 or more points in 9 of their last 10 road games. I mean, it has not been pretty. In the last 30 days, they also have the worst defensive rating in the NBA. In January, they also gave up the most points per game in the NBA at 125 points per game. I know Draymond was out for some of that. He does help, but he does not turn this team into just a defensive juggernaut or anything. So, Nets fully healthy except Ben Simmons resting and playing well lately on offense. 136 points against Philly, 120 against the Suns, 147 against the Jazz, and a big reason is because of Cam Thomas. I think they can score 120, 125 plus in this game and do their part. But Cam Thomas, 25 plus points in 5 straight games now. He also doesn't play defense. Gotta love that for an over. And he shoots the ball quick, so he's just helpful for any over that you want. And the Warriors, I mean, as long as they can knock down some threes on the road, which I think they can. I know Steph just went off for 60, and you kind of worry about how a player follows up on that. But I just like the over 236. If both teams are on, I think this flies over. I mean, we could be in the 250s if they really stroke it well from 3-point line. Like I said, I almost went the Nets team total over 117 and a half. You could do that as well. I want to give you all the ideas and just my thought process, but that's what I like. Two teams that are not playing great defense. Nets are playing a little bit better defense, but the Warriors are struggling. Nets score well. They both hit threes. I like the over 236 and a half in this game as my first best bet. All right, there it is. We got to talk a little Bet 365. Thanks to our partnership with OddsShopper, it is officially live in Indiana. That's right. It is now the eighth state for Bet 365, joining New Jersey, Colorado, Ohio, Iowa, Kentucky, Louisiana, and Virginia. And there are two promotions that you can pick from. The first one is the first bet safety net up to 2 grand. You can place your first bet up to 2,000. If the bet loses, you get it refunded in bonus bets. It really allows you just to take a risk if you want to, knowing you're going to get it refunded in bonus bets. Or you can take the other one. You bet $5 and you get $150 in bonus bets, no matter what that $5 bet does. Two great deals, but you gotta click the link below if you want one of these two promotions. It's just an incredible deal, and it's not going to last forever. It is a limited time only. So if you're in one of those states for Bet 365, go sign up now and take advantage of these great deals. You must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. All right, back to the bets. All right, the second game takes us out to Cleveland, Ohio. We got the Cavaliers hosting the Sacramento Kings. Cavs -5. Total in this game is 232 and a half. Against the spread numbers, nothing big there, except I will say the Kings are 16-9-1 ATS on the road. They are the number two best road against the spread team in the NBA. Cavs at home are just 12-11-1 ATS. Over under Kings 23, 22, 3, and 2 to the under, but they are the number three best under team in the NBA went on the road, 16-9-1. We've talked about that before. And then Cavs 25, 21, and 1 to the under. Now I got a best bet in this game. It's on the stud in Cleveland. Give me Donovan Mitchell 25 plus points and 6 plus assists at -125 on FanDuel. Let's talk about the points real quick. He's scored 25 or more in 9 of his last 11 games. And I know you're worried because Darius Garland is back. He's been back for 3 games now, but he's on a big minutes restriction, and it hasn't affected him a ton, especially when you watch the game. Donovan Mitchell is just getting ridiculously high usage still. And in those 3 games since he's been back, Mitchell scored 31, 25, and 45 in those games. So he now faces the Kings. Sacramento's given up the second highest 3-point percentage in the NBA to their opponents. Why is that a good thing? Well, Donovan Mitchell has taken 8 plus threes in 23 straight games. That's right. That is just unbelievable. Mitchell's probably going to play both point and shooting guard, like we talked about earlier in this video. Kings average giving up points to the point guard position. They've given up the eighth most points to the shooting guard position. So it's kind of a neutral to above average matchup for Mitchell. But to be honest, Mitchell is matchup proof. He doesn't need to face really bad teams in order to score points. He also is a stud at home. He averages 30 points per game at home compared to 26 points per game on the road. I kind of looked as to why it was. Well, it helps when you average 7.1 free throws at home compared to 4.9 on the road. So he's more aggressive, probably gets more calls because he's playing at home. I don't think asking him to score 25 plus points again for the 10th time in 12 games in this kind of a matchup, I don't think it's that big of an ask. So give me Mitchell 25 plus points. And let's talk some dimes now. 6 plus assists. He's gotten this in 12 straight games. That's right. 6 or more, 12 straight. With Darius Garland back last 3 games, he has 7, 7, and 8 assists. But we all know I like to call, you don't just want to look at assists, you want to look at potential assists too. Mitchell's averaging 13.3 potential assists in the last 3 games. I wanted to use that number because now that's when Garland is back. Down a little bit from 14.6 on the season, but 13.3 is should definitely be plenty enough if he does hit that average to get 6 assists. So if we assume he gets 13 potential assists this game, let's just, it's kind of a low average. But 6 shouldn't be a tough task because he is converting 55% of his assists this year. He's averaging 8 on the year, averaging 14.6 potential assists on the season. So if he has an average conversion rate of 55% on an average 13 potential assists, which I think is low, averages to a little over 7 assists. That's why his line is lower. I took it down to over 5.5. I only need 6. If that was too much math for you, I apologize. What I'm saying is he usually converts about 55% of his potential assists into assists. So we don't need any crazy amount of number. He's going to pass the ball a lot. He's going to get plenty of opportunities. And he's now facing a Kings team that has given up the 10th most assists to the point guard position in the NBA, average versus shooting guards. But when it comes to assists and him, it shouldn't matter much. At Mitchell, overall, 25 plus points, 6 plus assists. He's done that in 9 of his last 11 games. Now he has an above average matchup. I'm only getting minus 125. I like this bet. Pivot, if you had to, would probably be Mitchell over 28 and a half. If he's going for 25 or more, he's probably scoring 30 or more, to be honest with you. But that's my second best bet. It's a tough slate out there, like I mentioned. So I had to do some digging. If I do have a third and added play in the morning, I will put it in the pinned comments and on X and on Discord. So that's my two bets for the day so far for this video. Let's check out the bets recap. All right, two bets, quick and easy. Over 236.5 in the Warriors and Nets game. That's at minus 110. And then we got Donovan Mitchell, 25 plus points and 6 plus assists in that Cavs Kings game. That's for minus 125 on FanDuel. Those are my two best bets I have right now. Again, if I haven't added play, I will put it in the pinned comments. Stay tuned for the NFL Super Bowl videos later this week. I am jacked up. Nothing better than Super Bowl week. So I just appreciate all your support every single day for everyone that comments every day. You guys freaking rock. This community is awesome. So I appreciate everyone. Hope you have a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.